A little ho-ho-ho and some MTO food to go. Steve Sheets, Lou, Stan, and of course Joe Jr. and the entire Sheets family. Ladies and gentlemen, let me say Merry Christmas to all of you, and let me take a sip of some coffee. It's been a very long day. And don't forget, when you are at your neighborhood Sheets convenience store 24/7 this holiday season, always donate $1, and it always goes to local charities to help the kids. I love what they do at the Sheets Corporation. Now, I also love what they do. Rooney's, as in Rooney's Beer, available at Coons Market Cafe. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, over 600 varieties of beers and microbrews, but the holiday season and when it's game time, get on the right track. Get with Rooney's. Now, I got to tell you a quick story. Today, during the Feast of the Seven Fishes of Christmas Eve, Pat Rooney, the beloved widow, the wife of Mr. Dan Rooney, was there doing some shopping at McKnight Road. A little hectic for me, so I just wanted to take a little time to talk about her beloved husband for a moment. So many years ago, he called my show, used to call it on a regular basis, and we would get together at the stadium from time to time and talk high school football. But he talked about one year that he had a Lionel train underneath the Christmas tree. That Christmas tree was a very big Christmas tree, so much so that it impaired his vision as a 12-year-old child on the north side from seeing his train go around the track. So Mr. Rooney, ingenious, decided to fix that. He took that tree that was bought by his beloved father, the Chief, Art Rooney, and tossed it out the window. We laughed a lot that day, but as Mr. Rooney said, he wasn't laughing that day. And so last night, I'm watching the movie The Quiet Man, starring John Wayne, the beautiful Maureen O'Hara, Barry Fitzgerald, Ward Bond, along with Martha Netwick and Arthur Shields. It's about an American-born Irishman, Sean Thornton, who is a boxer, but because of an accident, he takes a fellow fighter's life in the ring, and he decides to go to his roots in Ireland to try to move on with his life, and there he meets the beauty that was Maureen O'Hara. An incredible movie. If you get a chance, Turner Classic Movies, Comcast On Demand. And this is from the heart. Every time I think anything that is Ireland, I think of Dan Rooney. And I must tell you, those who know me, this is a fact. I think about Mr. Rooney more times than not. And today, knowing his wonderful wife was there, it was a very nice Christmas present. And I have such respect and love for that family and always will. Mr. Rooney died this past April 13th. And believe me, I think about him more, especially during the holidays. And let me just say this, an Irish toast. And later, all of you, if you get a chance, fine wine and good spirits. And again, ask anyone who knows me, whenever I'm at a wonderful restaurant or bar and I have the opportunity to enjoy some Jameson Irish whiskey, I always think of and always salute Mr. Rooney with a toast and the Rooney family, and I will do it again, believe me. By the way, the Monaca Draft House, Dana Russo, they're open tonight, and if you'd like to stop by Pennsylvania Avenue or Jimmy Klein's over in New Brighton, the Corner Grill, I'm just throwing these names out. Tire Stealer Nation, wherever you may be, not a bad idea this holiday weekend. Be responsible. Have yourself a nice, delicious shot of Jameson whiskey and salute Mr. Dan Rooney. And you may want to use this as far as your salute. Those who we love don't go away. They walk beside us every day. Unseen, unheard, but always near. Still loved, still missed, and very dear. And a lot of you are going through that this time of year, missing someone. But as I'm sure Mr. Rooney would want me, those you loved who are no longer with you would say the same thing. Just got to keep pushing forward. But they will always be in our thoughts and our prayers. And Mr. Rooney, that, sir, is a fact. Now, NFL action today. Of course, the Steelers, NRG Stadium tomorrow. They got to get a win. Why? We'll tell you in just a moment what New England did today against Buffalo. 4:25 again, NBC, Steelers at Houston. And we'll be back in the Pratte Pack home office with all the details tomorrow. But a lot of games for this Christmas Eve in the National Football League. Mitch Trubisky threw for 193 yards as Chicago defeated Cleveland 20-3. Andy Dalton threw for 238 yards and a touchdown as the Bengals eliminated the Lions from the playoffs with a 26-17 win. The LA Rams, maybe the biggest story in the NFL this season, they clinched the NFC West with a 27-23 win over Tennessee. Jared Goff continuing to be spectacular. He threw 4 touchdowns in that game. Alex Smith, last couple of weeks, he has been incredible. Today, no exception, 304 yards and a score as Kansas City defeated Miami 29-13. New England continues to stay on track for home field advantage in the postseason, as today they defeated Buffalo 37-16. Tom Brady, 2 touchdown passes, and Rob Gronkowski, 5 catches, 67 yards and a score. Drew Brees threw for 239 yards and a touchdown. New Orleans over Atlanta 23-13. You got to believe the new cry for the LA Chargers. They are still in the chase following a 14-7 win over the Jets. Phillip Rivers, 290 yards and a score. Kirk Cousins threw 3 touchdown passes. Washington over Denver 27-11. The Panthers clinched a playoff spot following their 22-19 win over Tampa Bay. Has made what a difference Jimmy Garoppolo has made for the 49ers. He threw for 242 yards and a score as San Francisco defeated Jacksonville 44-33. Russell Wilson threw 2 touchdown passes. Seattle over Dallas 21-12. Dallas is out of the postseason while the Seahawks are still in the hunt. Larry Fitzgerald, 9 catches for 119 yards and a touchdown. Arizona shut out the Giants 23-0. Tomorrow it's the Steelers again, NRG Stadium, Houston 4:25 on NBC. Also tomorrow night, Oakland versus the Eagles on Monday Night Football. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of your Pratte Pack, please have a very safe and happy holiday season. And we'll be back tomorrow in the Pratte Pack home office, as I mentioned, with a complete wrap on the Steelers game. And yeah, it's always a great way to spend your Sunday watching people like LeBron James and Steph Curry and some of the game's greats do what they do on the hardwood that is the home of the NBA. So until then, Merry Christmas and Buona Natale. Good night.